Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm very excited to give you all a walk around and tour of the all-new 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid. The CX-50 Hybrid is an all-new model for the 2025 model year, and in a sense, it's very fuel efficient. You're going to be getting great gas mileage, and this shares one big thing with the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, and that's what's under the hood, as we'll discuss a little bit later on. But this one in particular that we're taking a look at today is the Premium Plus package, which is going to entail a couple of cool convenience features that you don't typically get on something like the base model or the Premium, and they include your 19-inch wheels, your 12-speaker Bose premium audio system, ventilated seats. You do also have your power mirrors on this one, as you can see there, as well as a 10.25-inch infotainment system. With that being said, a huge thank you to El Dorado Mazda, which is a part of the El Dorado Motors Company right here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's your typical Mazda key fob, and it does feel pretty nice to your hands, and it does have a premium look. You're going to have your Mazda emblem right here in the front and center, and then your typical buttons right here on the left side. They're going to entail your lock, unlock, your trunk release, and your panic button. What's starting things off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, you're going to have your corporate Mazda grille, which in this case looks really, really nice. It's going to be blacked out, as you can see, around the sides, and then you have your Mazda emblem front and center. You also do have your standard LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps. Checking out your wheels and tires on this one, we are taking a look at a set of Goodyear Eagle Touring tires on 19-inch wheels. These measure 225 55R19s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and come up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor inside. You put your hand in and the vehicle will indicate unlocking, and of course the mirror will fold out, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up, tap this button here, one beep will indicate locking, and the mirrors will fold back into place. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Polymetal Gray Metallic, with the black leather interior with brown stitching and piping. Coming over to the door panel, as you can see, you're going to have some hard touch plastic on top of here. However, you do have some soft touch material down at the bottom. You're going to have this kind of rubberized material here on the panel itself, so that's kind of a unique look. And that also brings up a point of this brown stitching here, which also adds a nice touch. You have an aluminum door handle here, your unlock and lock switches here, your power mirror controls, your power windows, and your child lock right there. You also have a good sized map pocket as well as a decently sized cup holder. Now, along with that smart key access system, the CX-50 Hybrid does come standard with push-button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle, just simply put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The CX-50 Hybrid does have a fully leather-wrapped, racking pinion power steering wheel with controls on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house your audio controls for your volume, your seek and track for your sources, hands-free Bluetooth and telephone controls here, followed by your info button. And then come over to the right, you're going to have your cruise control settings here, as well as your lane departure and forward collision warning buttons. And as you can see, that brings us up here to our three main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your battery information as far as your charge and power is concerned. Intermodal is going to be your current speed. It's going to show a picture of the vehicle and, of course, your gear selection. And then to the right, you're going to have your coolant temperature as well as your fuel gauge. As you can see in the middle, of course, we're also taking a look at other pieces of information, which includes your ready button, with your ready signal letting you know that the vehicle's ready to drive. Your odometer readings will be on the left side. The current miles to empty is going to be on the right side. Your exterior temperature is going to be at the bottom. And of course, as you can see, it does look pretty simplistic. We can cycle through a couple of different things here on this gauge cluster through the steering wheel. And as you can see, it's going to show us not just a picture of the vehicle, But you also have your standard speedometer, average fuel economy, and then back to the previous screen that we were at before. Coming over here, we're taking a look at Mazda's 10.25-inch infotainment display, and it's pretty nice to be in, of course. Now, I haven't done a Mazda video in a while, but I will tell you, when I was here a while back, I covered all these Mazda products before, and I will continue to do so in this one today. So with that being said, it's a pretty easily seamless system to use once you get the hang of it, and overall I do like what I'm seeing here. So with that being said, everything's going to be controlled through this little knob down here, and that's going to correspond with everything that you see up here on the screen. So with that being said, you're going to have information, entertainment, communication, navigation, as well as settings. Starting off with information, it's going to show us our fuel efficiency monitor, which monitors fuel efficiency in real time and view fuel efficiency history, followed by your vehicle status monitor, which views important vehicle maintenance messages, information, as well as intervals. Coming down to entertainment, that's going to be for your audio system, and that's going to show your AM, FM, as well as Sirius XM radio, as you can see there. Communication is going to be for your Bluetooth connectivity for your phone, as you can see there. And you also have your communication icons, or in this case, your communication settings, which includes contacts, text messages, Mazda roadside assistance, dial pad, as well as communication settings itself. Coming down to navigation, as you can see, this one here does not have the navigation app ready. It has to have an SD card inserted. And then coming down to your general settings. Your settings here is going to be your comprehensive list of different things that you can enable, disable, and make it your own. And you have plenty of things that you can go through, which includes your in-vehicle displays, sound settings, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity settings, as well as system settings. Starting off with your in-vehicle displays, it says configure settings and content for all in-vehicle displays. As you can see, you have your active driving display, which adjusts the content and visibility of the display, as well as your center display, adjusts the display brightness, contrast, and more. Coming down to your sound settings, configures the in-vehicle listening experience. You're going to have your audio settings, which adjust the in-vehicle listening experience, vehicle notification and warning volume, as well as your system button volume. You do have your safety settings, which is going to allow you to go into more detail concerning your safety features, as well as different systems. You have your driver assistance system, and when we click on that, you have your radar cruise control. You have your traffic speed limits sync. You do have your audible cruise information, traffic sign recognition, speed limit sign alert, and of course you can go to your restore your factory settings. You have your safety alerts here, which includes your road cross traffic alert, lane departure warning system, blind spot monitoring, your vehicle exit warning. Moving on to collision avoidance, you're going to have your lane keeping assist, smart braking system, which basically is going to apply the brakes if the vehicle detects that it's going to meet in an not on end, but a front end collision. Emergency lane keeping assist, road keep assist, head on collision avoidance assist, and then driver attention alert. As you can see, it's going to allow you to enable or disable your inattention/fatigue alert, as well as you can restore your factory settings as well on that. You have pedal misuse alert, and that's pretty much it. You have vehicle settings here, configures vehicle convenience features, and they include the doors, exterior lighting, interior lighting, rain sensing wipers, automatic folding side mirrors, turn signals, rear window defogger, occupant comfort, as well as your rear seat alert. You have your connectivity settings here, which is going to be for things such as your Bluetooth and phone connectivity, Wi-Fi hotspot, Wi-Fi client settings, as well as wireless charging. And then your system settings, which is going to allow you to configure things such as your language, date and time, and all that stuff. So as you can see, you have your clock, voice recognition settings, language, home region, temperature, distance, speed, your pressure, Grace Note database update, Grace Note database alert, online connectivity, as well as software updates and information about the operating system. And so with that being said, that is going to conclude the infotainment system tour here in the 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus. But before we move any further, you do have your clock right here, followed by your apps over here for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And of course, this vehicle does come standard with a CVT transmission since we are in the hybrid variant. And when we put the vehicle to reverse, you do get a nice backup camera with guidance lines. And it doesn't adjust as you turn the wheel. It's going to be more of a stationary thing, but the camera quality is pretty good. Coming below that, as you can see, you're going to have your vents, which are going to be right there in the middle, as you can see there. Coming down here, you're going to have your climate control functions, which includes things such as your dual zone setup here, as you can see. You have AC, you can turn that on or off for cycling, fan speed, which we're going to actually touch that down one, fan positioning, front and rear defrost. You have cooled as well as ventilated, so you have heated and ventilated seats for the front as well as front passenger. You can turn the entire system off, and of course you can sync it to where both temperatures are going to be the same. Overall, pretty cool stuff to see. Coming down below that, you do have a wireless charging pad, as you can see there. It's going to allow you to charge your phone wirelessly. You also have an outlet right in there as well. You have 2 cup holders here. You're going to have your CVT transmission here. You're going to have your MI drive for your different drive modes. You have a dedicated EV button here for your EV mode. And then down here, this is where things get a little bit more easier to kind of use once you get the hang of it. You have your electronic parking brake here, followed by your auto hold. This is going to be the scroll that you're going to be using for the infotainment system. And then, of course, you have your shortcut buttons, which include your navigation button, audio button, home button, as well as a back button. Over here, you're going to have your volume controls right there, followed by your favorites button. And overall, pretty nice setup. Come over to your MI drive. You're going to have your power, which is going to be like your sport mode. You have normal, and then you have your trail mode, as you can see there. Come over here to the glove compartment. It is a split open setup here, and of course you do have a good amount of storage space with 2 USB-C ports inside. Now, sitting inside of the CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus, it is a great place to spend time. Not only do you get a quality interior, but you also get a very nicely appointed one as well. This passenger seat here looks very well put together. I do like the perforations coming down the middle here, as well as that brown stitching, as it does add a nice touch. You also have some of that brown stitching over here, as well as on this side. And overall, the presentation of the seat looks really, really impressive. Coming over to your glove box, as you can see, it is dampened. And you also have a good amount of storage space inside. You have more of that brown stitching coming along across the dashboard here. You have some of that rubberized plastic on top of here. You do have your mirror up here. You do have controls here for your sunroof as well as your overhead lights. You do also have your sunglass holder. And over here you have a visor with a mirror inside of it. And then of course you do have your light right up there. And come over to the far left, you're going to have controls here for your safety features, your traction control system, open up the gas tank, open up the trunk, 2-person memory seating, as you can see there. But overall, the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus is a great place to spend time. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of this amazing crossover. That beep that you'll be hearing lets you know that the key is left detection of the vehicle. Coming into the back of the CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus, materials do fall through in this one, as you can see. You're going to have 1 seat pocket behind the front passenger. You're going to have your rear vents here, as well as 2 USB-C ports at the bottom, as you can see. Follow it up with a pad armrest with 2 cup holders. You have your fuel tank right here. The CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus does have LED taillights in the back. You also have your dual exhaust tips at the bottom here. CX-50 and all-wheel drive badge on the left, hybrid badge on the right, and your Mazda logo front and center. And you can use not only the key that you see here to open up the cargo area, but you also have a button underneath here. But for the sake of this video, we are going to use the key. Okay. And it does open up automatically. Come inside of the cargo area of the CX-50. As you can see, whether you go for the hybrid or the standard internal combustion engine, cargo space doesn't really change at all. As you can see, cargo in here, as you're looking at it, comes in at around 31.4 cubic feet of space, which is pretty modest for a vehicle of this size, and overall it does give you a lot of room to work with. Now you can fold down the second row, and that's going to be through these little tabs here on this side as well as on this side, and when you do, cargo space will go up to 55.4 cubic feet of space, making this one of the more average offerings in this segment. Now, while we're back here, you do have your carpeted mats, you do have your carpeted trunk mat here, you do have a privacy cover that you can pull up like this, and as you can see, it'll cover it up here and hide all your precious belongings underneath. And underneath here, we do have our spare tire. Also, you do have a little grocery bag hook here, a little storage area here, as well as LED lighting right over there. And when you're finished, just tap this button here, and it will close on automatically. You do have piano black mirror covers with LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus, we're taking a look at Mazda's Toyota's 2.5 liter Atkinson cycle inline 4-cylinder engine. It is a hybrid powertrain, as you can see here, and total combined output comes in at around 219 horsepower. Overall, a very unique unit to the Mazda CX-50, and it's going to be very similar to if you have a Toyota RAV4 hybrid. Now, fuel economy is one of the best reasons to buy the hybrid over the internal combustion engine, as this gets on average of 39 city, 37 highway, and 38 combined. This is going to be through that CVT transmission, and this one here is all-wheel drive. All right, guys, coming over to the window sticker here on the outside of the vehicle. This is, of course, the 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus, finished off in Polymetal Gray Metallic with a black and brown leather interior. As you can see, the top portion here is going to be for your standard equipment. And then as we come down below, we do have a couple of options on here. The black lug nuts and black wheel locks for $225, the cargo mat for $125, the Polymetal Gray Metallic colors for $450, the retractable cargo cover for $225, and then you do get the Premium Plus package standard on this vehicle, so you don't pay an extra fee or cost for that, because that is the actual trim. So what does the Premium Plus package entail? Like I mentioned, you do get the 19-inch alloy wheels, you get ventilated front seats, you get the active driving display, you get auto power folding side mirrors, as well as the auto dimming rear view mirror with HomeLink, and your black metal paint trim inserts. With that being said, this has an MSRP of $40,050, and with that being said, with a delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,420, the total MSRP for this one comes in at $42,495. Fuel economy for the vehicle is, like I said, 39 city, 37 highway, and 38 combined. And this one here does score an overall vehicle rating of 5 out of 5 stars from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the walk around and tour of the new 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Premium Plus, finished off here in Polymetal Gray Metallic with a black leather interior with brown accenting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.